Hello, everybody. I'm Johnny Ciccatelli, the Director of Marketing and Communications here at the Eastwood Mall Complex in Niles, Ohio. Today, we have an Eastwood Insider Extra, a special interview with a special guest, a guy named John Patton. John is going to talk to us about an event we've got coming up at the Eastwood Event Center on June 20th called GunCon. So let's get right into it. John, how are you?
I'm great, man. Thank you for having me on the show. It's really a lot of fun. I'm excited to be dropping in and descending on Niles, Ohio.
Of course, we're happy to have you. We have so many events that we do here on the Eastwood Mall complex. Everything from typical Eastwood Mall stuff that we do here inside the mall, the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. There's
Sure.
so many events going on over there, and the Eastwood Event Center, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We have an event coming up June 20th at the Eastwood Event Center called GunCon. Now, this is not your regular gun show. So
No.
we brought John on to tell us all about it. John's the organizer. He is the owner of the Gun Collective. So, John, tell us about GunCon.
So GunCon is an event unlike any other gun event. It's not a traditional trade show. It's not a traditional gun media event. It's not a gun show as most people would know. It's all of those things all at once. It is specifically made for gun enthusiasts because we want to see a stronger gun community become real. We want to see people being educated on not only the latest and greatest products, but also the latest Second Amendment issues. We've got the heads of the top five Second Amendment groups out there. They will be at the event. We've got 60 of the top companies out there showing off their latest and greatest. We've literally got many, many product launches at this event in the Eastwood Event Center. And we've got a bunch of gun media and a whole bunch of gun enthusiasts. We are bringing all of this together under one roof to build something that will be larger than any of us singular people. We're trying to build something that is for the future of the gun community.
So, this event is open to the public.
That's
So,
correct.
the community is invited to come out, check it out. First of all, how do they get tickets?
So you can go to guncon.net and tickets are on sale right now. We've got a couple more tickets available. If you use the code Eastwood, you'll actually save 10% off your tickets. So tickets are right now are $50. That drops it down to 45 per ticket. And that includes your lunch, which is kind of wild. And that it gets you access to everything. And we do a whole bunch of giveaways. I make all of the brands do giveaways. So I think every year there's $40 to $50,000 in stuff that gets given away to people. It's absolutely bonkers, just bonkers how much stuff is going on there. We've got a bunch of Q&A panels going on. Vivek Ramaswamy is actually coming to speak this year. He is the Republican candidate for governor of Ohio,
Mhm.
and he claims to be very pro-gun. So I encourage you out there listening to come check him on that, challenge him on all of these things. Whether you agree or disagree with his politics, I think you should come out and hear what he has to say and then ask him the hard questions.
Yeah, so I grew up here in Northeast Ohio hunting with my dad, of course. It goes long back, my dad, my grandfather. There are some people on different sides of the fence when it comes to gun ownership and everything. Where do you guys stand? What is this event? Where does it align itself?
Sure. So we firmly believe that the Second Amendment belongs to every American. Even those that oppose the gun rights for everyone, they still have a Second Amendment right. So we firmly believe that the Second Amendment belongs to everyone. So we don't push people away because of a certain political ideology or anything like that. If you are curious about it, if you don't like it, whatever, you are still welcome to be in the event for sure. That's the American way.
Tell me about some of the panels that are going to be happening. What can people expect?
Sure. So the first panel of the day after Vivek Ramaswamy speaks is called the 2A panel. That is a couple of the creators in that space that people would know and love. Mr. Guns and Gear, Guns and Gadgets, they're going to be on that panel. And then we have the head of Second Amendment Foundation, head of Gun Owners of America, head of NRA ILA, which is the Institute for Legislative Action, the head of FRAC, Firearms Regulatory Accountability Coalition, and one of the board members from the American Suppressor Association. All of those folks on a single panel. So, like, that is the top of the Second Amendment community. Those people are out there fighting every damn day for it. And they will be there to ask them questions about what is going on in the space, challenging them on what they're doing, how we help, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So then we have what's called the next gen panel. That's in the middle of the day. That one is comprised of creators that are sort of up and coming or maybe haven't been around quite as long, but still are putting out great content and all the challenges they face, the things that they're into. And it's meant to be a two-way conversation. We have mics there for the audience to ask them questions, to engage and create conversation. Then we're actually having a game show this year for the first time ever. This is our good friend Johnny B is hosting a game show with some of the top creators, trying to bring them out of their shell and hopefully have a lot of fun with that. And we round out the day with the elite panel, which is folks that have been creating content for a long, long time, have big audiences. That one has a bunch of high profile creators. We actually have a gun historian on there, a man that is based out of Georgia, who is creating a youth drive to in like make better young men in his community, and he's a wonderful guy. That's Kevin Dixie. We also have Ashley Lembinski. She was the director of a curator of the Cody Firearms Museum, one of the best in the country. And then, of course, some other creators. I'll be on that one as well. I host all the panels, but it's going to be absolutely jam-packed, plus the lunch, plus the giveaways, plus all the new products. It does. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot
sounds
going on.
like a full day. When you hear con, you always think of like Comic-Con, these conventions.
Sure.
This really is like a convention for gun enthusiasts, right? And
That's right.
Now, as opposed to like a smaller gun show or something, people aren't coming here to purchase guns, correct?
So we don't sell guns or ammunition. Everything else is fine, accessories, whatever. There will be some deals on that kind of stuff. Basically, you can't get stuff transferred at the event, but that's totally fine. You can get that stuff shipped to your dealer or whatever you want to do. But in terms of coming to buy guns, that's not available this time. But we'll have lots of other stuff as well.
Gotcha. And there will be, I believe it's there's no ammo going to be on the premises, right? During in the guns or anything like that.
No. These are what we call show ready guns. We have a team of folks that go around and check them, verify that they can't go off. That is something that's very important to us. So all the display guns will be safe to handle. We also allow the attendees to carry as per Ohio law. That is very important to a lot of gun enthusiasts. So whatever the Ohio law says, that's fine for us. We just ask that people keep them holstered.
Gotcha. Absolutely. And, I know you have other events that you're doing around GunCon throughout the week. I'm sure those details can be found on your website.
Yeah, if you go to guncon.net, you can get your tickets there. There's a bunch of information over there. And if you need anything else, just holler at us through one of the forums or holler at me on social media. It's a small team. I am kind of heading up that team, and, just reach out. We'll help you out.
Once again, folks, GunCon coming up at the Eastwood Event Center on June 20th. You can get your tickets at guncon.net. And if you use the code, the passcode there, Eastwood, you'll get 10% off on your ticket. So thank you, John, for joining us here on Eastwood Insider Extra. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you June 20th.
Thanks for having me, brother.